Hey folks, here we are. Another Be Well review. Today reviewing an ES 8-port HDMI switch purchased on Amazon. Okay, this one here this is my third one of this unit. As you know, Amazon only exchanged for one. So I had to get this one out of pocket and get it for a refund on it. Due to the fact the problem I had was the IR blaster. The first one, the unit kept powering off and off, so the Amazon exchanged that, and which I left everything, which is here, the HDMI blaster. All right, I left the first one in place, and it was the same HDMI blaster, but to my surprise, there was two different ports. So what happened was the second unit, I just exchanged the unit itself and left in the HDMI and left in the IR blaster and the power supply, and just exchanged the other one and put this in place of it. So the second one, the IR blaster port was too big for the cord. It was loose. I'm going to place a photo as well into the video. But if you guys are going to get the switch, please, if you have to exchange it, exchange everything. The IR blaster cord, the unit, and also the power supply. So, with that being said, this is the third one. The third is a charm. You can check also on their Amazon, which I placed a video that's a little more detail. No, not detail, but showing the ins and outs. This one here, I got to show. This one here, what's this guy, is really what I wanted. It's just the customer service was a little too basic, and they gave a basic response. So I just decided to, just after 3 attempts of having customer service to handle the situation, I handled it myself and just brought out of pocket the third one, which is this one here, and got that one and exchanged everything and shipped that back and got a full refund. So that's what I did. So enough said about the qualms of their two other devices. This one here does the job what I want. And the good part about this one here, they had emulators on each port that have HDMI, which is it's an 8-port HDMI switch with 8 emulators. The graphics looks gorgeous, and this switch does everything what I expect it to be, and there are some as well. Okay, right now you see that red light beam is off because once you turn it on with the remote control, this is what you get. And what you get with the package, you get the controller, the unit, 2 mounting ears, which you could mount your unit into a rack. Okay, and also the power adapter and instructions and screws, and also you get what do you call it? It's called the RS232 female switch, which you could net that work to the port, and that's in the back. All right, but this here, all in a nutshell, is all what I wanted. So let's power on and get this thing started. So by powering on, like so, turns on the scanning. So what you can do now, you'll be able to scan. So if you want to go from footage to, from display to display, you may do so. Okay, and you can also set your timing manual on the unit itself, like so, and you can set the circulation of your frame, okay, what you're watching and what you're viewing, okay, and you can do it by the remote control as well. And this remote control is useful, okay. And the thing is with this here, the part I like about this here, if this issue happens to whatever port that's being active, and there's a audio or something that's not correct, you will hear a buzzer, and you could turn off and on the buzzer by this button right here. And you see, and you heard it now. So each time it circulate from port to port, you're gonna hear a buzzer, a beep, like a buzzer. You see, each time it detects an output, it's gonna go to the output. My gaming console is a 20 gaming console hookup. Okay, so that's why I have two HDMI switch. The first one is the TES switch, and right below this on the below the TES switch, I have a monoprice as well. Also, a 8-port HDMI switch. Okay, these guys I just found out that they also have, if I'm correct, I think it was a 15. I think it was a 15 HDMI switch. I think it's 15. I might be wrong, but like the time when I ordered it, I had to look at it because I want another 8. So in total, I have 16 HDMI ports. All right, and now so it's 8 here that's maxed out, and then I have 2 here, and then I have another switch that's behind there, which you see that support HDMI, my composite component, and also AV as well. But that's another video. Okay, so this switch does everything as I planned that the switch is supposed to do. And it is such a good switch for me. Let me turn on my Xbox again so you can see. And there it goes. And this does everything what I expected the switch to do. I'll try to shine a light on it so you can see a better view of it. Okay, so now let's go in detail with it. Now you can have the switch to do scanning like it's doing now. It's called hot scan, and that's doing now. Hot scans represent that like whatever port is hot, it will display the image. Okay, so right now that's my PS3 showing now. You see, now you're gonna hear the unit beep. It's gonna scan another hot port, and there it is. 6. That's my GameCube. Okay, and like I said, it does everything that I want the switch to do, and there's some. Okay, so now that's my PS4. Oh, excuse me, that's regular TV. Excuse me, that's regular TV. Looks so real. Which is real. Okay, and you see, it does everything what I wanted the guy to do. And that's the 8. That's my 360. Okay, so again, that's the hot spot, hot scan. Okay, that's what it's doing now. So now I can turn that off. Okay, and that's my Xbox with Xbox. So we're gonna turn it off. Watch with the remote control. Okay, we go power off. So now it's off. So now manually I'm inputting my source. So let's go to my PlayStation 3, right? PS3. Okay, and there we go. It goes straight to the no, my bad. 3. That's the GameCube, and that's 3 is using my other switch back there. Okay, and against the wall. So that is using my composite and component. Okay, so let's go to 4. Excuse me, that's my PS4. Okay, and that's by the touch of the buttons. All right, and like I said before, you could also do a memory. So you could do the scan. You could set the time, okay, on the scan, and then program it, okay, as a memory. So once let's say you have security cameras, or cable boxes or Android box, you could, or if it has HDMI port, you could hook it to the 8-port switch and have that program. So if you want to scan from game to your security cameras, you could do so. Okay, and the good part about this here, that is also you can hook up if you have a network by using the RS-232, the female part of it. You could connect that the pins as assignments. Okay, and also you can also connect this guy, also connect to your internet. Use a Cat5 or your Cat6 to your PCs directly. So if you're having if you have a network router or direct to your PC, this connector straight to your Cat5 or Cat6, right to the port right there. So cool. All right, I don't have to do that because I'm not using it in that perspective. So I'm using as because I'm a streamer. So this is what I use. So if I want to play old school content, I'll go to my 3. Okay, press 3 right there. It goes to my 3, and then this here goes straight to my unit back there in the far wall to the far back. So now I'm able to play my other console as well. All right. So this doesn't control my old school console, and the switch I showed you before in the back, and there I could choose whatever console of my component, composite, or AV, and whatever I choose, you will see it in HDMI quality. Okay, because remember it's emulators on each port, and that give you right there the graph what you see right there. Okay, I have some other stuff in the back, but that's another video. But for foremost, you get the gist of it. Okay, remember, each port has emulators. You could do also 4K of the 60 hertz, and I tell you, it's all what I wanted in the Switch. It really does. And once you become familiar with it, it's easy. And like I said, with the setup with the time interval, you can set the auto scan. You just press the front panel, the minutes, okay, to loop it between 0 to 59 minutes, okay. Or you can press the front panel button for seconds to loop it between 0 to 59 seconds. And then it will interval. It would circulate the time that you set it for. Again, the Switch is all that. It doesn't matter. Like I said before, when I had the issue with the other 2 units, and I reached out to customer service 3 times on email, they gave me basic instruction, and I instruct them like, this is my trade. Know what I'm doing. This is not the situation. This is the situation, and they gave me simple feedback, simple rebuttals, and 3 times enough. I said, enough for it. I'm just gonna dig in my pocket, buy another one. The tax note was $194, rounded off $195, and I paid for this one here, and then I took the second one back, shipped that back, and get my money back in full. It doesn't matter. You have to go through the hoops and circles to get what you want. If the customer service would reach out and say, okay, we're gonna send you one, okay, but you gotta send us back your defective one. If not, we would charge you. No problem. But I couldn't go without the Switch. So that's why I opt to just do it my way, what I did, and got another one. But it is incredible. So now if I go to 8, let's go to 8. Okay. Now you see that buzzer sound? I don't have to hear that. If I want to not hear that, it just hit this 3-line button right there. So now if I go to another source, now you want to hear it. You see that? and the graphics looks incredible. It really does, really does, and does everything what as I expected. Okay, but remember, if you plan it, if you have to switch out the unit, make sure you exchange the whole purchase, the unit, the IR blaster cord, the power adapter. So therefore, because I noticed, like I said before, there was 2 different ports on the IR blaster input. Besides that, this switch is awesome. It really is. So I said, let me do a YouTube video, because I post one already on Amazon, and that buzzer sound is right to the side of it. Let me shine a light on it a little more. Just keep dropping. You see that circular in the far back? That's where the noise comes from, the buzzer comes from. And you had vents on both sides, which give this unit cooling because it has to breathe. Right on the side, again, you put the shine light on again. You're gonna see right there in the front, right by the bracket, that's the vents on both sides, and that's the buzzer right there. So by having this unit breathe, it's not overheating, and that's what you want. This unit right here, you see the vents. You have vents here and the vents on the right hand side as well. Okay, on this side as well. So this unit is breathing, and like I said, you also get the bracket ears, the L-shaped brackets. You can mount it into your rack, and there, like I said before, there's the unit which you also attach it with your the RS-232, and that's in the back. But this is where the mount will go into the back. You could look on their website and look at the behind of their unit, and if that's what you need, fine. But in my application, I didn't need that. I'm not using it for that purpose. Okay. And what else am I missing on? Again, the IR blaster don't come like this. It has a 2-way tape, 2-way sticker. I just put it to the front because it's right here, and it makes it easier for me to to aim at the remote control and have a instant response to the remote control. And tell you, it's all that. Just look at the graphics. Again, that's the PS4. Let's go to the Xbox, which is 1. And this is my original Xbox. Right there. And that's the graphics looking at. Okay. But like I said before, I had a little more behind this. I have the HDMI cable that's coming out of my Xbox, original Xbox. Okay. So that's the original Xbox right there. 3 is my unit that's going to that's my other composite AV and component that's going to that switch back there. Okay, and that's HDMI. So I also have a inverter that inverts my composite components and AV into HDMI, which goes to that back switch back there. But in all, I'm impressed with this switch. If I got to rate it from 1 to 5, I give it a 5 on the unit itself. Customer service, I give it a 3 because they didn't take care of my situation. All right, and if they could reach out to me and update or instruct whatever, I just didn't get it. I told I was capable, and told them it's my trade, so don't give them basic feedback. I just think if a person's buying a 8-port HDMI switch of this magnitude, I think the person knows You have to have some know-how. So there was no need to give basic response and rebuttals and instructions. That's the only thing that really ticked me off about that. So, but the Switch itself is superb. I have no issues with the Switch or the second one. It was just a matter that the IR Blaster wasn't working, and that's right. And also the build. The build is sturdy. It's metal. It's not that cheap metal finish. It's quality metal, and it's black and it's a matte finish. And I don't have no qualms about the unit at all. At all. It's just the situation I have with customer service. That's it. But once again, okay, in this video, is being reviewed for the TES 8-port switch, HDMI switch. Again, that's the TES 8-port HDMI switch. It's this top one here. Below, we're using two. Below is the mono price. Okay, which you can see right there. That's the mono price that's in the back. But this here, I might replace the mono price for the TES switch as well. I might have to get two of these, but like I said before, they do have one. I think it's a 15 port. I think it's 15 or 16. I'm not certain, but I might put them on my radar. If they send me that switch to review, fine, I will do that as well. But again, this one is out of pocket. I'm not sponsored by these guys or nothing. This is so honest a view on me using this switch here. I'm just gonna up close. Okay, and the thing is, like I said before, I have no qualms with it. So let's put it back. Let's turn it back on with my control. Okay. Now you're gonna see the hot switch in effect. Cause it's gonna pick on every port that's active, which is called AKA hot. Okay, and it's gonna switch to that port. And that's what it's doing now. And you could also, like I said before, you could set your timing from 0 to 59 minutes through the memory on the front panel. And you do it from 0 to 59 seconds as well to the front panel. So you could set it to what your needs or desire. That's my PS3. And that's regular TV. Yes, I have my TV hooked up to as well. Alright, so you can have the gist of it. Alright, let's turn it off. So let's turn off the auto scan. So now the auto scan is off by hitting the power. There's an auto scan. It's back on again. Turn back off. And that is off. See the red light? That's off. So now manually it's changing the input. Like the buzzer, turn it back on. So now it's back on. And there we go. Manual changing the switch itself. See, and that's my Xbox, original Xbox. I can turn it off and show you. I am not clowning you guys. You can turn it off and turn it back on. It is Xbox. Looking that good. Okay, there you go. And there we go, folks. Okay, I hope this video is informative for you guys. And if you're looking for a good 8-port HDMI switch, the TES might be the solution. It does everything what is expected, and there's some. 4K at 60 Hertz, it does have the output of it. Remember, each port has emulators, each port. So they give your video, your graphics, such a pop to it. Okay, so we're gonna a second. Okay, I'll let that be. So we're gonna go once again. That's my others. Retro switch that's in the back there against the wall. That's my audio, an audio hub, and back there is the other switch I'm using for my retro games. Okay, some other retro games. Remember, it's a 20 game gaming console hookup, so that's why I needed 16 ports. So once I go to the 8 port, now my mono price plays an effect, and I choose the games on that switch. All right, so I'm not going to show that because this video is for the TES switch itself. All right, so let's go back to 5, which is my PS3. All right, folks. So in this video, looking for that switch. It's right there. Right there.